This person says, I hope you don't wish him to fail, Tom, because if he does pull all this off, it would help you also. So I hope you are not hoping for failure to prove you're right. Well, it depends on what we're talking about. When you ask me, do I hope for Trump to fail? Do I hope Trump fails economically? No, I don't, because the whole country is going to suffer, me included. Do I hope he fails when it comes to deporting millions of undocumented immigrants? Yeah, I hope he fails at that. Do I hope he fails at adding more conservative Supreme Court justices? Yeah, I hope he fails at that. Overall, do I hope he fails the country? Of course not. I just don't have much faith that he's going to do well. If he implements the tariffs, as an example, we've already heard from the countries that we trade the most with how they're going to retaliate. We already have seen in the past how some of them would retaliate, and we've begun to hear from some others how they plan on retaliating. If their forms of retaliation go through as a result of his tariffs going through, it will be economically devastating to this country. The last time he put in place tariffs on Chinese imports, China stopped buying our agricultural exports. That hurt tremendously. That meant American farmers couldn't sell their products to China. That meant that we had a stockpile of agricultural exports building up here. And we were hurting middle Americans because China just started buying their products from South America, predominantly Brazil. Brazil's been clearing out a shit ton of rainforest to make room for crops that they can sell to boost their economy, boost their GDP. And since the first administration, Brazil has been continuing to do that. So China's in position now that they don't have to worry about us not supplying them with the agricultural products that they need. If we implement a 60 to 100% tariff on Chinese imports, they're going to stop buying our agricultural commodities, which means our farmers aren't going to have a significant market that they normally sell to available to them, anymore. I got the hiccups. That's going to be devastating to our farming industry. And what little bit China does still end up buying, they would retaliate with tariffs of their own, which means the farmers aren't going to be able to afford to export their products to China. That's going to be devastating. And it's not just going to be devastating to farmers, it's going to have a ripple effect. It's going to have a ripple effect to the communities that the farmers shop in. It's going to have a ripple effect to the trucking companies that haul those bulk agricultural exports. It's going to be bad across the board. If he implements the 25% tariff on Canada, we've already heard from some Canadian officials that they're going to cut off the energy that gets sent to the United States. That would be tremendously bad. That would be tremendously bad for the northern states who rely on natural gas to come in from Canada to energize, to keep their homes heated and the lights on. It's the energy that they use in their homes, and we would lose a shit ton of oil that comes to the United States in the form of exports. Now, some people would argue they need to continue to use the United States to refine the oil so that they can continue to sell it to other markets. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be a clean cut, but they're telling us what they're going to do. They're going to retaliate in a manner that is going to devastate our economy. So I can't root for him to succeed in implementing tariffs that would devastate our economy. I don't want him to fail. I just don't think he's going to succeed. He's shown us that he's not really capable of understanding this shit and succeeding as a result of it. The tariffs didn't work the first time. The fuck makes you think it's going to work this time?